Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. The crops have almost grown all the way, and B-Dog is going to get his butt out there and mow. His favorite thing to do. He's going to use this swather slash windrower slash speed rower. Yes, I know what they are. Somebody was being a jerk the other day and left a rude comment about, it's called a swather, not a speed rower. Do your research. So I did, and guess what? John Deere calls
it's
it
all three.
I know. John Deere calls it a windrower. New Holland calls it a speed rower. And some sales sites call them swathers. So either way, you can call it whatever you want, but it's all right. It's basically a giant mower that swaths the grass. But it's also considered a self-propelled windrower. So B-Dog, are you ready? B-Dog,
yep.
Are you there?
Getting something set up real quick.
Oh, wait, we're tedding
yeah,
first,
can you
aren't
hear
we?
me?
Yes. We're going to ted half of it because we can just silage the bales. The hay that we're going to have to ted, but the silage we're going to have to not ted. So B-Dog, go ahead and get that field mowed, and then we'll start working on getting the grass together, and we can start feeding our cows, getting a couple bucks here and there for milk. We will no longer have the income from silage, but we'll be able to sell our crops. What do we have growing here? This does not... Oh, we grew... Okay, well, we'll have enough straw anyway, but we did grow soybean on our second dairy field here. So don't forget to set your cruise control lower.
Yeah.
For a more realistic application of mowing. Let's see, Kyle's going to do the tedding. So I will... I'm missing a tractor.
Well, I guess we should just let him...
No, it's cool. You can ted.
Well, no. This tedder is, like, so wide that it's...
It's okay. I've got a windrower.
Well, no, I was just saying, like, it's so wide that we might as well just let him do all the cutting, and then we'll just, you know, we won't follow the path for tedding.
Oh, really?
We'll just, you know, we'll hit everything, and then we'll windrow it into straight lines.
The downside is we have a very small windrower.
That's all right.
I don't know.
I know how to manage that.
Okay, maybe I'll let you do that then. Maybe I'll run the tedder and you can run the windrower because I don't know how to manage the windrower.
How's it going, Mike?
Mike?
Sorry.
Are we missing a tractor? Oh, you must be in the other tractor, huh?
I'm in the 615 right now.
Streaming on Twitch right now.
Or 6115. Oh, okay.
All right.
I'm driving it into the wall here. That's because I don't know how to drive. I've never used one of these tedders before. I'd like to learn how, though.
I'm just throw a stream up on Twitch when we're going around.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not live right now.
Yeah.
When we do this farm, I try not to because everybody wants in. Let's see.
Yeah, I just threw the link in the Facebook. Said if anybody wants. Kyle and I.
You're breaking up, man.
Oh, sorry.
So hopefully they'll fix the behaviors on this a little bit.
So,
Yeah.
B-Dog, you should kind of like at where that brown barn and green barn meet. Just
Whoa.
go south. Or what direction is that? It would be go west. No, east.
So from where?
Go like right here. Turn this way.
To cut the field in half?
Yeah, cut the field in half and do this side.
Is that half?
Half enough.
It's like a quarter. This field goes way, way back. Make another half. Kyle, this is probably more like half point where I am at.
All right.
Come on back this way, B-Dog. Whoa!
Oh, I'm not mowing her now.
Oh, okay. What do you think, Kyle? Right about here is about halfway, you think?
Yeah. Just drive straight at Arthur and...
Cut my face off.
Whoa, we're not putting... Oh, there it is. Okay. Had a little bit of weird refresh time.
There we go. And then cut to the... So maybe cut this side first, then we'll work on tedding and windrowing it. You can cut the other... Do the other side in neat rows if you can. Like, no, go the other way. Finish off this side first. You can make a mess on this side. And the other side, we try to make it a neater windrow. Because on this side, we're going to have to ted it and like re-windrow it. So make a mess.
Also, this side we are?
Right, because going from here over to where the tractors are parked, this is all going to be our regular hay bales. And then on the other side, we're going to make silage bales. And those don't have to be tedded or windrowed. They just need to be wrapped. Sweet. So we have everything we need to feed the aminals. Or feed the cows, anyway. It's interesting with the pigs, because the cows are now easier than the pigs, right? They used to be They used to be the big production animal, but the pigs now are the ones that require all these different types of food.
No, cows are nice.
Yeah,
cows are pretty nice. You make a lot of money off their milk.
Oh, good. All right. So happy together.
I really wish these doors over here, the little doors on the barns.
Like you could walk into them through the door?
Yeah.
You know, with that Lossberg map, you can do that. Those doors do that.
Hush your face.
I hate changing maps mid-series. I've done it before.
It's such a good map.
I did it on the original Animal Farm.
Change.
I don't want to change.
We haven't even really like experienced this map yet.
Yeah, we'll finish this one. We'll do the other one eventually. Everybody's going to get to try it because it's on console, so they'll all already know what it is.
If anything, everybody on console already has it.
Right, right. I'm sure they do. Man, that thing is so fast when you whip it around. It's pretty funny. They definitely need to fix that. Like I said, though, I'm still super ecstatic that they're working on it because I'm just shocked that with all of the commercial grade or they're available, and most of the companies make them, don't they? Or is it just John Deere and New Holland that make them? Case makes one. The windrowers or the self-propelled, like what we're running. I know Case makes one. I know
these days, like for modern farms, I know Case, John Deere, New Holland. Let's see who else. Massey Ferguson.
Oh, that's right. Massey makes one. Yep.
MacDon.
Like, why wouldn't we have that in this game?
Yeah.
This game is so like all the technologies.
What's weird is they have these things over in Europe.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Fortschritt or whatever, they make them. It's not. It's interesting to me that they haven't jumped on that because there's so many different brands that make them, and it's I don't know if it's an integral part of farming, but I think a lot of farmers use them. I see them here in Ohio.
Yeah.
I mean,
like when I was hauling barley, what they would do is they would use a windrower, cut it, and put it into swaths.
Okay.
The harvester, all it had on it was just that pickup head, kind of like the Krone.
Like the Easy
silage. Yeah, they would just put one of those on the front of the harvester, and it would pull that in. Take the stuff off, and then blow the straw out the back.
So it was doing the same thing. You were using two pieces of equipment, but now what would be the benefit of doing it that way? Because you're running two pieces of equipment instead of one.
It consolidates the barley and makes it easier on the harvester.
Oh, okay. So maybe like instead of wearing your harvester out faster, like it allows you to
and having a 36-foot wide header.
Right.
You knock it down real quick with the with the windrower because it can move faster than the harvester can while cutting,
Right.
and then you just pick up all the rows with the harvester. And
Because I've seen them. I've seen the headers on I was looking at New Holland's website at their Speed Rower 240, and they have a whole series like 200 to, or 140 to like 540 or something like that. But they're or 340 maybe, but they have a whole series of these speed rowers that they sell, and they do have a cutting head like what B-Dog's using, but they also do have like a regular combine header, and it's large. It's actually looks like it's maybe like 20 or 25 feet.
well, yeah, there's two different models for windrowers, and some of them are used. Let's see here, like, so for cutting grass and like alfalfa and stuff, you would use this discbine header.
Right, like what's on there now, right?
Yeah, because it doesn't matter what happens to it. It goes into the back of the machine, gets fired out the back, and that's the end of it. Doesn't matter if you damage the crop.
Right.
But when you have things like barley and stuff, you want to try to be as nice as you can to the crop. And
right.
so you'll use one that looks like like a harvester header that has the big beater on top.
Right, exactly. That's what they were. That's the other one that they sell, and I was like, oh, look at that! Like it's just different.
Yeah, and those ones they can be wider because the way they manage the material.
Okay.
Whereas all this stuff getting sucked into this header, it ends up as like basically just a big giant clump that's really wet and sticky, and so you can overload the machine in a hurry. But if you have those other headers, most of the time what you're dealing with is going to be mostly dry.
Okay.
And so it's not going to clump, it's not sticky, it's mostly branches. And so it's easy to move that, a lot of that material through the machine.
Right.
And those headers will usually be like twice as wide as what you see there.
Yeah, that's what it did have.
That.
Right, they were like twice as wide. They were maybe like 20. What, this is probably like a 10 foot or 7 foot?
I think it's a 12.
Yeah, and then they look like they were 20 or 25 feet from what I saw online. It's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, there's lots of different, people think that you buy a machine and it comes as is, but you'd be amazed at the options, not just interior, have a cool cab with a TV in it, but operating options come with equipment. Everyone thinks it's you buy a tractor and that's it. Or it is in this game where you get to pick an engine, you get to put loader brackets on it and maybe a different set of tires. Not the case at all. You can pick outrageous amounts of customizations for the machine.
Interesting.
Like my neighbors, they don't have a 3-point on the front of their tractor, but they have hydraulic connectors. And that is for whenever the tractor is being pulled, the person in the towing tractor can use their hydraulics to control the steering of the tractor they're pulling on.
Oh, weird.
So one person can do a chain recovery of their own equipment with another tractor and control that other tractor to make sure it's safe.
Oh, weird. That's really cool.
Yeah, and
are you ready? By the way, are you ready to get started?
Tons of let me finish chopping up all that mess. But
nice rows, thank you.
So you can do all kinds of different options. No, these don't have to be rode nice though, because we're gonna make a mess.
Yeah, there's tons and tons.
Just the other side.
Tons of options for tractors.
I did not know that.
Yeah, everyone thinks what's sitting on the factory floor is what you get. Those are just like you would see at any car dealership. Those are to show you what the thing is. Hey, look
yeah,
at this
true.
model.
It's like the demo model, right? Beep beep.
Yeah, but whenever you actually go to order the tractor, you can buy the showroom model.
Okay.
But most farmers, they'll go, okay, I want that model, but I want this list of options.
That's cool.
And then later it'll show up, in about 3 weeks after, it gets built up at the factory.
That's really cool. I want on my tractor, I want the front loader arms. I probably don't need any PTOs, or I'm not going to do any farming in my yard. This is my Ferrari. Someday, instead of buying a Ferrari or Porsche, I'm going to buy a 475.
Well, the funny thing is like there's a lot of options that like you go, I probably won't need that, but then later you're going to realize you do.
Yeah, this is just
Like-
get it loaded.
Yeah, it's best to always have a PTO,
Yeah.
always have at least 2 hydraulic hookups, and for sure a 3-point on the back,
Okay.
at least a hitch on the front, options for duals on the back, and like sometimes you can do that with like rim lock. You don't have to have the axle that goes all the way through.
Okay.
You can just get the rim lock ones where the rims just come together and you have little bars that lock them together.
Yeah, I've seen those. That's like on some of these tractors have that.
Yeah.
I think
it's-
I think the one that we have here has that, the big one.
Yeah, it's got a big steel drum between the tires, and then it's just steel locking brackets that hold them together.
Yep. Smart and easy.
Yeah. And so there's a whole bunch of options you can get like that. Like my tractor, the original owner bought it with duals, and so it's got big long axles. And so now what I have is a single wheel tractor with about 3 feet of axle on each side.
Right. Yeah, they hang out to the sides. Yeah, I've seen that
Yeah.
before, and it's a pain.
Yeah,
you-
it's especially for me because my property was built for a tractor that had no duals ever. And
Go B dog. Go B dog.
yeah, and so it's kind of a pain to have to drive that tractor around because I have to drive very, very carefully through all my gates and stuff.
Right. Right. Otherwise you get tangled and stuff. Now the other side B dog is going to be more important that it's neat, because that's where we're going to actually just bale and wrap.
Yep, and you'll see the separation because I'm going to go the other way with my line.
That's not unfold. This one's unfold.
Need to get through the gate before I unfold mine. You gonna try to do 2 at a time?
Actually, I was just gonna go in laps and
Okay.
just concentric circles, try to keep it all
Okay.
inside.
I have no idea how to work this windrower. We'll see how it goes.
Well, it's gonna knock everything to the
Over to,
to
the
the
pot.
side with the panel.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense.
And tedding in real life does not happen this fast.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
because it has to dry.
Yeah, the real purpose of tedding is like after a rain. Oh, look at that. It's not doing that thing where it like smacks it all over the place.
It is a little bit, but
No, it keeps it usually in nice rows. That's why I
Yeah.
kept it in decent.
But in real life, tedding is like if you got your crop down and maybe you're in my area where you do alfalfa hay for cows.
okay.
Get a real hard rain and you just don't have time to let it dry naturally. And so what you do is you would ted it, and all it would do is fluff up the rows for you.
Oh,
And it puts a lot more air inside the rows and allows it to dry out faster than it would have.
okay.
Naturally.
That makes sense.
Oh man, this is getting kind of messy.
It fluffs the tedder, or fluffs the hay.
But
Hopefully we'll be able to fit the baler in there.
yeah, like in real life though, I mean, most people wouldn't even ted. They would just
Interesting.
let it lay on the ground until it's dry.
So it's only when you're kind of in a time crunch.
Yeah, time crunch or you're a lot of rain happening. You can fluff it up a little bit and get some more air inside of it so it'll dry out faster.
Fluff it up.
Because there's nothing more dangerous than a bale that's wet.
Because it's so heavy.
Not heavy. On the inside, it'll start to ferment.
Oh.
It gets really, really hot and it'll set itself on fire.
What?
Yeah. You'll have spontaneous combustion inside your bales, and
I did not know that.
And if that bale is in with the rest of your bales, it'll set the whole stack on fire.
What? I never have heard that before. That's crazy.
Well, I've seen it, and
That's crazy.
it's a good way to go broke.
Yeah. Will insurance cover it? Nope.
Sometimes the insurance might cover it, but like they kind of know how you've been. They have to know how you've been treating your crop lately, and if they find out that you baled like when it was like super wet and gooey, like you basically just lost all your coverage right there.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know that. That's interesting and crazy. I had no idea that it could set itself on fire.
Yeah, it's first you'll see the bale kind of looking weird. It'll start to sag and turn brown, like dark brown, like dirt brown.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden you'll see it start to smoke for about 3 hours, and then it'll just yeah, it's on fire.
My gosh. My bales are
That
on
windrower's
fire.
got to be about the same thing as this.
What happened?
That windrower's tiny.
It's not doing too bad though. It's not. Let's see.
I think with that windrower you need to do some counterflow. So you go one way and then you take what like
Come back the other way.
yeah, come back the other way and mix some rows together.
Though it seems to be doing okay. Like I'm not. It's making nice rows.
This tedder does not like to go backwards.
I think in real life you probably wouldn't want it to head backwards, would you?
Yeah, well, I mean, the design of a tedder, all it does is just
Spin.
beat the hay and mix it.
Hay beaters. Aw, B-Dog. This is the only spot that it's not doing such a nice job because I'm... There we go. Now it's nice. This windrower is not too bad.
For this little operation, it works.
Yeah, it's great. Oops. Except for right there where I screwed up.
But yeah, bale combustion, like, if you set those bales to the side just to let them burn, it's pretty funny to watch them burst.
Oh, do they explode?
Well, they don't explode, but like, you could call
Be kinda cool.
the way they catch on fire an explosion.
Like the drummers, like the drummers for Spinal Tap, they spontaneously combust.
I wouldn't know about that, but it'll just be smoking. You'll be like, okay, at some point we're gonna see a little fire. No, it goes from smoking. The entire thing's on fire.
Wow, that's crazy. I never knew that.
Yeah, it's a huge problem here in the valley.
Well, it's pretty dry in Colorado too, so that probably, it can, if you have something start like that, you could really have a serious fire on your hands if you don't.
Well, the real problem is, the main, like your first harvest is like right in the middle of the rainy season. And so what happens is you end up with hay on the ground that's getting rained on and never ever dries.
Oh, okay.
And you have to wait for like 5 days of just nothing going on and just pray it never rains again so you can get the hay off the ground.
Well,
So if you try baling it, you're gonna end up with a bunch of fireballs.
in that case, is that when they bring the tedders out, or they still will wait?
They usually wait. I mean, some people in the valley have tedders, but they're kind of like like a last-ditch effort thing.
Okay.
Because, I mean, if you look at the tedder I'm using, look at how many moving parts that thing has.
Right.
It would be
You're
a
right.
pain to maintain this little thing just to use it once.
Right.
And so everybody, if they can avoid it, they will avoid it like crazy to not use one of these.
Right.
I'm gonna see if I can hit these 2 rows at the same time.
Getting fancy. I still have to hit them one at a time. We've done a lot faster than I will. But you can start baling, so getting finished with your tedding duties. Yeah, this windrower works pretty good. It's actually fairly easy. It's a lot easier than I thought it would be. The only place I'm running into issues is where we have that sharp turn. I'm just starting a new windrow when that happens. Oh, creators. Now those, that doesn't look like I'm going to have to windrow those. You're getting, those are nice and straight what you're doing.
Yeah, it's working out pretty nice.
Yeah.
Makes
Except
my
for over
life
here where
easy.
there's this big, giant, confusing slash right through the middle of it.
Right.
Hee.
I'd honk at you, but both my hands are busy.
All right. Going to have to start a new row. Yeah, see, that's much nicer what you're doing there. I love tractors. Obviously.
Oh, really? I could have sworn you hated them.
The sounds even, just the...
I've yet to see a tractor that makes that little hiss.
Oh, in real life?
Yeah. I don't know if they assume that they have like air brakes on them or something, but I've never heard a tractor ever make that noise. Unless it was leaking something.
Oh, like a not good situation? Like,
Yeah.
that sounds not good.
Mo's in! Mo's in!
You guys ever see like that little indie game looking, but it's called My Summer Car?
Yes. I've
It looks
applied to
kinda
get a
fun.
free key for that, but I haven't gotten my key yet. I'm like, come on, guys! I'm gonna.
Yeah.
It looks hilarious.
Oh yeah, it looks like a lot of fun.
It's reminiscent of Postal.
Yeah,
It's got a lot of silly stuff in it. But
I think it's pretty cool how kind of in depth it goes with, with the, getting the car engine and stuff like that and everything.
yeah, they tried to do it with what was the one that I was playing, Jalopy, but that game kind of just fizzled out. I haven't seen any updates in a long time for that game. I need to shut this off. Fold it. There we go. We should be all set. I mean, it's not. There's some spots that are a little bit ugly, but
We can manage.
Yeah, maybe right here needs to be done though. Hang on. If you want to start bailing, Kyle.
Yeah, no, I'm dropping off the
A little bit of a lag.
dropping off the
there.
tedder. What am I stuck on here? Visible piece of building. Where are we hiding the baler? There it is.
It's in. Yeah. It's in there. Somewhere. What's up, B?
Some of the mods I hate that are coming out are these, like, basically allow you to recolor everything in the game.
Oh, right.
Like, that thing's already in the game. Any farmer will take whatever color the thing comes in.
Right.
That's usually not a big issue unless you're a Valtra owner.
Right. You know how those Vulture owners are. Do you think
Balls.
now in real life, do you think the Vultures really are like customizable color?
Sort of. They usually have like, they would probably only have like a few colors, and they would just be like prefabbed bolt-on panels.
Oh, I see.
Like, oh, you want your thing in this color? We'll put this, you want burnt autumn? Well, we have orange.
We have orange.
We'll bolt this orange hood on there for you.
Now, B, if you want to load the trailer again,
Yeah, no problem.
I'll because we're gonna start having bales here pretty soon.
Drop that. Turn that on.
Do it, man.
Oh, crap.
What happened?
Oh, well, no, I guess it changed it. This baler was full of straw.
Yeah, it'll morph it. Automatic change.
Whoa!
I'm gonna be right back. I gotta take a bathroom break.
Pee break.
I wish they would use
No.
the rake that my neighbors have.
The break.
Poo break. Wait, your neighbors have a rake?
Right back.
The rake they have instead, well, windrower, same thing. I guess Europeans call it a rake. We call it, or windrower. We call it a rake. But instead of having these horizontal beaters that mean lots of ridiculous moving parts and very expensive to maintain, theirs has vertical pinwheels that are slightly canted, and so as you pull it,
Yeah,
they'll still roll.
like
and
the
they,
agromat.
and
Yeah.
they gently roll it to the side instead of slapping it around like the ones in the game do.
Right. Slappy. Where are we going to store these bales?
Put them in. We can just stack them in one of the silos.
Oh, that's true. Since we're making silage, it's not going to be a big deal. B-Dog had to take a poo-poo break. Now, does it show on your on your baler that you're picking up hay versus straw,
Yeah.
or hay versus grass?
Yeah. If there's a star over it, it's hay.
Aha! Hey! 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 Hey!
Hey!
Oh, Fat Albert. What the heck was with that show?
I don't know.
What were they thinking? I used to watch it when I was a kid.
What are we all doing today, guys? Trying to help you not get diabetes.
I guess I was part of the Fat Arthur show. I wasn't fat when I was young, actually. I was pretty skinny, but not skinny, but I was average. 6 foot tall, 190 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about average.
Yep. No, I'm 6 foot tall and like 300 pounds.
I'm well below average. 6'2", 180 pounds.
Whoa. You're 6'2"?
Yeah.
Kyle the Giant.
I used to be 6'4".
Whoa, how'd you get shorter?
Army.
They squished you.
Crushing my back and ruining all my cartilage.
You know, I have friends who have like a ton of back issues. My friend Dano's wife was a paratrooper, and her back is all screwed up. She's a wreck.
Yeah, paratroopers, they're
Well,
always going to have bad backs, bad knees, bad ankles.
Yep. Yeah, she.
Anything that any part of your skeleton that would be load bearing when standing.
I feel sad for her because she's got a lot of pain. I mean, she's just always, her back's always in pain.
Yeah. Those guys never have a good day.
Trying to see where you are. So
I'm having a little nostalgia moment here.
What's that?
Like, doing all this work, I can smell the hay.
Achoo!
Wouldn't happen for me.
Yeah, I'm so allergic to hay. It's like what is that? Green Acres?
Well, when it's dry, yeah, people can have a lot of problems with it. Usually when it's wet, not that big a deal.
I get allergic smelling hay. Darling, I love you, but give me Park Avenue. Did you ever watch that show when you were a kid?
Nope.
No? You never watched Green Acres? Oh.
Nope.
And then they had the spin-off Petticoat Junction. That was high comedy.
I watched Red Skelton with my grandfather.
There you go.
Clam Cadiddle Hopper.
What? I'm just going to stack these over here for B-Dog to load on the trailer. Or, you know, we could probably just stack them in the silo. It's close enough. Doop. It's weird not having my kids here, man. Still getting used to that. It's kind of quiet. It's kind of nice. I mean, I love having them here, but it's, you know, sometimes it's like nice to have a little bit of a break.
Oh, man.
It gets pretty crazy. What happened?
This Bale's going for a trip.
That's all right.
Goodbye, Bale.
I'll get it later. We've been watching Star Trek. We're on season 3 now. I'm like, what are we going to do after this? But then I forgot we had The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine.
And Voyager.
I've never watched Voyager. Is it good?
There's a lot of people that don't like it just because there's a woman captaining.
Oh, we can't have that. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens, but I mean, I like it. The first 3 seasons are kind of rough because they're doing character building and they keep adding people.
Okay.
And so it's hard to do character building when you keep adding people because their character development will depends on other people that are around and all that stuff. But by season 3, it levels off, and then you get to see Jerry Ryan.
Who's that?
7 of 9.
7 of 9? What does that mean?
The sexiest Borg ever. That's what that means.
You said that's what that means. Oh, brother.
There's a lot of beautiful women in that show.
I haven't seen it. What is Deep Space Nine? Isn't that like a...
That one takes place on a space station in Cardassian / I can't remember the name of the other people.
Is it a pretty good show?
I've watched a few episodes. I mean, for some reason, it wasn't really my thing. I don't know if it was the fact that it was just like on a space station, like only.
Okay.
But a lot of people like it because they found a way to do a lot with that space station.
Okay.
And then they also have access to a special ship called the Defiant. That is like this super powerful little escort ship.
Giving Chris Roberts ideas for Star Citizen. When the heck is that ever going to come out?
I thought Star Citizen already did.
No, just the betas. It's in beta right now.
Oh, okay, so it's still in pay-to-play mode?
I don't know. I don't know if they've opened it up for free stuff. It's the Persistent Universe is still probably a couple years away. They're going to release that Squadron 42 game first, which is like the intro to it. It's kind of like Wing Commander basically, but with modern stuff. And then once you are done with Squadron 42, you can join the Persistent Universe. But
a friend sent me a link to a ship that's going to be coming out for Star Citizen that
Okay.
apparently is a farm on a ship.
Oh, that's cool. Like a colony ship?
I guess he said it's kind of like Farming Simulator and Space Engineers put together.
That's
just
cool.
like, do I get to have a John Deere?
Yeah, how much does it cost? That's the question, because the ships are so expensive in that game.
The ship looks huge.
Yeah, it's gonna be expensive then. Like you can save up and buy it in game, but it's gonna take you probably like years. Or you can pay real money and get it. I bought an exploration ship, and I haven't played it forever. I probably should try it again. I bought a what was it? It's a 350. It's the 315P, but I can't remember. It's an Origin Jump Works ship. I can't remember what the. I think it's just called the 315P. But it has like a special sensor array so that you can scan deep space objects and stuff a lot further away than you can with a regular ship. It's designed to explore. So I bought that, and it was like $70 or $80. You know, they're kind of expensive. But or $70 maybe, like 69 or something like that. What's the name of the ship? I can't think of the name. I'll have to look it up. It's been probably 6 months since I've looked at that game. I walked around a little bit, flew around a little bit. It's really neat. I mean, it's cool. It's a cool idea, but it's also, you know, pretty expensive to get into it. So.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Star Citizen, this sounds cool. I get to walk around and, you know, do all this stuff. And then they were like, oh, yeah, but you got to pay like $100 to get in. And I was like, nope, never mind, not playing.
No. When it comes out, it's not going to be like that. Supposedly you can play for free. It's going to be a freemium game. So you'll be able to get on and just, you can be part of the universe and ride around on other people's ships. You're going to have to work, though, to get money to buy a ship. You don't just get a ship, I don't think. So they're going to make you work for it. So you'll have to get jobs like maybe working on a capital ship as a, you know, like a navigator or a gunner, you know what I mean?
You have to work for other people and
yep.
Hope they actually pay you.
Yeah, right. I think they probably will pay you up front to do the job. I don't know, maybe, or there'll be like half pay or whatever, and you get the rest when you're done.
I would say they'd have to do a split.
Yeah.
You know, pay to put you on the ship, and then if you do a good job, you get the rest of it.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know how it's going to work, but I would assume that's how it's going to work. But it looks pretty neat, you know. I mean, I think it's going to be a good game. Definitely going to be playing when it comes out for like when the Persistent Universe finally arrives. But you know, No Man's Sky got updated a bunch of stuff. Ryan said they fixed a whole bunch of stuff. Again.
It's too late for him.
I know it's too late. I feel bad for him. He said it's actually a way. He said the graphics got improved a lot. The frame rates are a lot more stable now. The game looks better. He said just in general they fixed a lot, like a ton of stuff. It was almost a 2 gig update.
Unfortunately, they had like I think their refund request amount, I think of all the games I got sold, I think they had a refund request that was like, I think it was like 65% or something like that. They basically lost all of the money they made.
Yeah, that sucks. That's too bad because it has some serious potential. Oh, what was it? You actually have a home base planet now, and you can actually return to your base and build your base. So now instead of just grinding for nothing, you actually have a base that you can put together and earn money and you like grow your base and actually add things to it and buy things for it. And that gives you a lot more. I don't know, like it makes the game have more. You have more skin in the game, I guess.
More purpose.
Yeah, like
than
it's
existing.
right. Exactly. You're going to actually build and conquer, and you can warp back and forth between your base all the time. So it makes it a way to get back and forth. Ryan was playing with it and said it's really amazing now. He said it's a completely different game.
I just hope this becomes a lesson to all these devs who think it's okay to put out a half-finished game and think it's,
right.
you know, they're like, oh, okay, well, now we get to get away with it. I hope this becomes a painful lesson for them all.
Right. All of them. Don't release your stupid game until it's stupid finished.
Exactly. I'm so sick of devs putting out these half-finished games and we're like, oh, we're going to put out the rest of it in 2 years. Keep playing.
Right. Well, that's kind of like what Star Citizen's doing, because they're releasing the Squadron 42, but then they're not releasing the other part of the game until later. I just suck at doing these bales. I am no B-dog.
Where'd he go?
He had to go, boop. He went to boo-boo.
It's taking him forever. I hope he's okay.
Well, he's got that cast on. I'm sure it takes him like half an hour to just get there. He said, I hope he's okay. What did you eat?
Fall in?
Yeah, exactly. Meow. Meow.
Well, while the baler's mostly empty, I'm going to start picking up all these little tufts I'm leaving behind.
Bale tuft. Probably enough to make at least one more bale, huh?
Almost.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I would say that if you like Star Trek, you should get into Star Trek Online, but the problem is like streaming it or like putting up YouTube videos of it would result in videos that are like 2 hours long for a mission.
Oh, speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being part of my channel. Hopefully you've been enjoying this series. I know I love it, and I've been getting a lot of viewership with it, so I think you guys are enjoying it. As we start to build our animal farm, and definitely exciting stuff. It's fun to try all the different equipment and also get a chance to try out the cows, because we've done pigs in the other map, but we haven't done the cows yet. So here's our first experience. If you love the channel, please be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help the videos, and then also if you want to donate, I had a huge donation the other day. I wish there was a way to see who's donated. It doesn't. The channel doesn't tell me. It just, you basically get donations, but it doesn't tell you who does it. So thank you for whoever made that huge donation the other day. I think it was like $100 or something like that. It was a huge amount. Those kind of things, you know, honestly, that money goes right to helping my kids. I mean, it buys groceries and stuff. So I think I may have had like $80 from last month, and I was able to buy groceries today and diapers for John. So I mean, it seriously goes right back into our household. So I thank you for all that. The YouTube money I try to put back into YouTube, but the donation money does go to help it, all kinds of stuff around the house. So anyway, thanks guys, and have a great night. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you on the farm. Say goodnight, Kyle.
Good night!
Kyle sends us a little stinky fart from the bathroom. Yeah, exactly. See ya. Have a great night, guys. We'll see ya.